Hello, Object Show friendos. Hope you're all doing well, feeling awesome. Or as awesome as you can possibly feel. And if you're not feeling awesome, I hope things pick up for you. Mikey Bly back with another episode of Object Show Roundup today, and we've got some stuff to go over. We've got some stuff to go over. No full episodes of things to talk about this week. We'll get more into the meat of that later on though. But yeah, we've got a few updates from a few people. So let's just dive into it, shall we? So over to Allenimations first. It's been a while since we have mentioned that name. And I don't know what this is, but I wanted to share it anyway. Alan posted this, and it just says the cast. What does this mean? What is this, Alan? What is this? Just you're just goofing around just to do a few characters, or is this a new show? I have no idea. It's been a while since the Nightly Manor wrapped up, so perhaps this is something new that's coming out, maybe, or maybe Alan's just having fun doing some art. I really don't know. It's very vague, so I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much on what this could possibly mean. It's maybe exciting new stuff coming. It could just be, hey, look at these goofballs I drew. I don't know. But I thought I'd share it anyway, just in case you didn't see it. It is a new show. I wonder what the concept's going to be. Maybe something a little bit more lighthearted. I'm not getting my hopes up for it being a new show or for it being lighthearted, for the record. Okay, we got a whole bunch of Lockvasion news here from Fusion and Muggler over the last week. They are really gearing up. Lockvasion, I don't know when it's specifically going to drop. I don't know. Judging by the way some things have been worded, I'm thinking it could be not this coming week, but the week after. Maybe? I mean, that would be the last week of October, and they did say it was going to be October. So I guess it would have to be not next week, but the week after to fulfill that. Yolkroll did mention that wanted them to be out already, but they must still have some polishing to do. I'm not complaining because obviously with another big episode of something coming out, already out by the time this video comes out, maybe I'm not too bothered about Lockvasion being a little bit later. It gives me a little bit of time to do, other things. But anyway, we did get a whole bunch of updates. Fusion posted this. If you liked Object Invasion 6, you're not ready for 7. Alright, you've already got me on the hook, Fusion. You don't need to do any more than that. I'm already on board. It's fine. You don't need to keep convincing me. I'm already here. And then we also got Object Invasion 7 teasers. So we got the sneak peek, and then we got the crossover teaser. I'm being a good boy, and I'm not watching the teasers. We talked about teasers last episode when IFAF posted about an Orc 3 teaser, and I was saying, I'll watch them, but I'm also totally fine going into an episode not knowing anything about it. So I made the decision, the very conscious decision. Okay, maybe Ruby told me not to watch the teasers, okay, maybe it's Ruby's fault that I didn't. But I don't think it's a bad thing for me. I am going to skip them. But if you want to check them out, Fusion's posted those teasers, and then Yolkroll's also been gearing stuff up too and posted this. Look at them both together on the same screen, together in the same episode. Oh, it's going to be so fun to see the interactions between these two shows. I'm so super excited for this. And Yolkroll also did post a crossover teaser on her YouTube as well. So again, I ain't going to watch them, but if you want to check them out, head on over to Fusion's page and Yolkroll's page. As always, the description's got all of the Object Show channels that we've ever talked about listed down there. You can click on any of them and go check them out. And if you haven't got into Object Lockdown or Object Invasion, then you got a bit of catching up to do, but you can do it. You might be able to do it before this Lockvasion crossover drops. Highly recommend them. They're both such good shows with such good characters. Oh, totally worth the time and effort. But yeah, Lockvasion will be coming soon. How soon? I don't know. I unfortunately I don't know that information, but soon. All right, talking about IFAF, we got another update, little update, and do you know, I've said this before a few times. I do love seeing this behind the scenes stuff. I think it's really, really interesting to see, and it's really good. Like, for anybody who's thinking about maybe getting into animation, not even just specifically object show stuff, like any kind of animation, it's interesting to see this kind of thing, and it gives you a bit of a idea of the work involved and what you have to do. So I've posted this one. What 2 seconds of animation in all 3 looks like. These keyframes are killing me, dude. And look at the. It's not the bottom bit. Obviously, that is the bit that's being done. But look at the top. Look at all of that. Look at all of that. That's not easy stuff, you know. That's a lot of hard work, and this is why I always say, no matter what kind of show you're creating, I haven't got a hat on, but I would, if I had a hat on, I would tip it to everybody who works on any of these shows, because, yeah, it's a whole lot of time and it's a whole lot of effort. And like every single aspect of it, when you think about it, and depending on how, like, I guess complex your animation is too, matching up the characters' mouths to the voice acting is like, even that, you've got to think about all these tiny little details that go into this stuff. And it just blows my mind. And so many talented people. I've been one of them, obviously, and like that's why I like to see stuff like this, though, because then you get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, as they say, and which I do very often in my videos when I talk about just what I've got going on and stuff. To be honest, I don't mind dropping stuff like that into the videos. It's like, I'm here to talk about object shows, but I don't mind talking a little bit about myself now and again. I want you to feel like you kind of know me a bit. You know, I'm not just this random anonymous dude sitting just talking about object shows. I want to let you know a little bit more about me now and again as well. Obviously, I'm not doing super cool stuff like this, but you know, I like it when people are a bit more open and share stuff about what they're up to. You know, I'm not saying you have to do that. You can totally just hide behind. Not hide. That's the wrong word. You could totally just be yourself in the background and like not overshare, I guess. There's a balance to these things. What am I talking about? I'm really going off on a tangent. IFAF's doing awesome work on all 3. That was basically all this was meant to be, and I went right down a weird little rabbit hole, didn't I? I'll stop now. Keep up the awesome work, IFAF. All right, let's get into one of the bigger things. That's not going to be the biggest thing in this episode, but it is a big thing. TPOT 20. Yes, okay. This has been something that I think we talked about this in like a fair few episodes in a row, because it's been gearing up for a while. It's now officially here. It's out. People have already seen it in theaters. I hope everybody who went to one of the theater showings had an amazing time, by the way. I know a lot of object show creators went to shows, because I was seeing so many posts. So I know a lot of people went to one of the showings. Hope you had an awesome time. I am spending today dodging spoilers before the YouTube release. I'm doing pretty good so far. I've seen one sentence that somebody posted that maybe doesn't give anything away. It says that something happens. I'm not going to say anything though, and hopefully it's not. In my head, I have a feeling I know who it's about, but I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, so maybe I saw one tiny little thing, but it's not a big, huge plot point thing. So I think I'm all doing okay. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about TPOT 20. So it does come out. Well, it's today for me, Friday. I'm doing this on a Friday morning, and we'll get into this a little bit more, because when I have a Friday off work, I record these earlier in the day, so I have more time to just do other things, right? And I know that means I miss out on nearly a whole day of potential updates, but I managed to squeeze things in, and stuff gets talked about eventually, right? But what we're doing with TPOT 20, it does come out today. Object Show Roundup is out on a Saturday, when you'll be seeing this. So I also made a YouTube post about this not long ago. What I'm going to do is TPOT 20 is going to get its own Object Show Roundup episode about the middle of the week next week. I need time. I need time to watch it again, digest it, probably recover from it. Who knows? And then after I've done that, I need time to go through the episode and do what I usually do, make my little notes, pick out little pieces of like interesting and vital information from the episode, and to put all that together is going to take time. And I didn't want to delay this episode. I also didn't want TPOT 20 to just take over the episode. if you know what I mean. So I was like, the best thing I think to do is to give it its own episode and release it Tuesday is my aim. Wednesday would be the latest. It just depends how the rest of my days go. Other things happen, other things pop up. I can't always spend all of my time doing this as much as I'd like to. I would love to spend all of my time doing this, but I physically can't spend all my time doing this. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. We'll see how things go. But for now, I've only got so many hours in the day that I could put towards doing this. So I was thinking, for the best possible results, do this separately and still get an episode of OSR out. This one that you're watching now. So yeah, that's the plan. It's also a nice little challenge for me too, to see if I can actually get a midweek episode put together. And if I can do that, it could be something I do more often. It's something I could maybe look into doing slightly more regularly. If I can say the word regularly properly, can't even say properly. Oh my word! But it depends. That means if we do have a busy week of things, then maybe I could do 2 episodes when there is a lot to cover. And it's something I've talked about before. And again, it's finding the time to do it. It does mean giving up a little bit more of my weeknights if I do start doing that slightly more regularly. And we've talked about this for the last few episodes too, and I've been kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do a separate episode or just smash it into like the week after, but then it's a whole week later. I don't know. Well, not that I don't know. I figured it out. It's like I didn't know, and then literally this morning, in my head, I was still arguing with myself about this. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a midweek special episode, and I'll just see how that goes. I'll see if I can manage it time-wise. So that's the plan. So sorry, there's no TPOT 20 update in this one. There will be a special TPOT 20 update in a few days, though. That's the plan. At this point, I still haven't watched it. Obviously, because it's not out yet. For me, it's not out for another 3-ish hours. Also, another reason I didn't want to try and smash it into this episode is because I'm getting my COVID and flu shots this afternoon. That's also a reason I'm recording this early as well, because I don't want to be all woozy-doozy, dipsy-whipsy, trying to, go over stuff and talk about stuff, right? When those shots start, doing their thing and make me feel a little bit fatigued. So, the plan for me today after this is to get those flu shots, grab myself a beverage. Let's not specify what kind of beverage. Let's just say a beverage to drink. Come back home, flop on the couch, watch TPOT 20, and then probably watch it again straight afterwards. And then I'll watch it again tonight with my wife, because my wife really wants to watch it, because she got super invested during the live show when we watched TPOT 19. And then, who knows, Ruby is at a friend's birthday party sleepover this evening, and they're all Object Show fans. Well, the majority of them are Object Show fans, so they might watch it and call me. So we might watch that at the same time as well. So I might be watching it like 4 times today, which might be the bare minimum I need just to get everything in my head about it, right? So we'll see. Anyway, sorry, I went on another ramble. I'm in a rambly mood today, apparently. I apologize. There was another quick Jack and Jellyfy update, though. I know that I'm pretty sure there's been images of the Fries plush kicking around, but I feel like this is one of the clearest ones we've had. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not around all of the places I could be to check up on this stuff. But hey, look, it's a good look at the Fries plush. It's the best look I've had at it, I would say. And I love that. I love that a lot. The danger in having all those fries being loose. I could see those getting battered around by the cat. But it's a good plush. I like it. There's another one, and I know there's more coming too. They did. Were they talking about doing all of the characters from the season 1? So we're going to get, Needle and Buck. I need my Buck plush, please. That's all I'm waiting for. Just Buck plush, please. But yeah, that looks really cool. Oh, right, now we've got the big teapot talk out the way. Not the big teapot talk, that's still to come in another episode. Let's talk about Krispifishh again, because Krispifishh is awesome at providing little art updates, and I say this every time, and like I mean it every time, and I will keep saying it every time. I love getting these updates. They are amazing to see these characters. So we did get some sample art of 3 characters who we've seen in bits and pieces already, but it's really cool to have them all laid out like this. We got some Bennett, we got Lila, and we got Sadie. Look at them. I love them so much. Although Bennett definitely looks like Bennett's seen some stuff. Bennett looks super concerned. But look at these two. Look at them. And the boar. I love the little boar. Ampersand's going to be something. Ampersand's going to be something. Oh, geez. I am very excited. I'm very excited. And the more Crispy does this, the more I'm like, oh, jeez. I need to see all of these characters interacting and see what the whole story is. And oh, my word. So, as I always say, if you haven't checked Krispifishh out yet, head on over there and check out all the awesome art and the little teaser videos we've had. And, like, they're all really good. And I'm just going to keep singing Crispy's praises every time we get stuff like this. It's really cool. Okay, over to maukitt now, and hey, we got this post soon, very soon, and Macklemore being hugged by somebody. Is that a blush too? Are you blushing there, Macklemore? That's really cute. And that got me like, soon? What do you mean soon? Episode 5? Episode 5 soon? Very soon? But then, do you remember this character from the little kind of in Macklemore's subconscious moment from episode 4? It's like I was like, who is that? We got this. There's the briefest glimpse of them. Well, maukitt may have posted a Minisode of Sacrificially Solitary, and honestly, you got to check the whole thing out. We got to check the whole thing out because we'll talk about why afterwards. Let's just watch this.
Please leave your message.
Greetings, Macklemore. I figured I'd check in. I'm aware that as of recent, we've had our, differences, to say the least. As your coworker, it's important that I get a solid update from you. God, I can't keep doing this to myself. Mac, where are you? It's been days, and not once have you shown up to the office. Hell, not even the house. You know, you really worry me with this whole act. I mean, what? Are you just being petty now? Are you suddenly not above that behavior? I thought... Okay, listen, I know what I did was unforgivable, but you can't just disappear. Sure, yeah, we're buddies, but... Hold on! No, not even! What was with you mentioning us? Jesus Christ, how is that relevant? You want to kill me more? Huh? That it? I don't get it. I need answers from you. I need you to come home. Just call me back.
What a good job Coulson did of voicing, the character's called Judas, I believe. What a well-acted, brilliant little sequence. And it just gives us that little, again, it's that little kind of, it's the same thing Sentry does with Tripwire. It's the same thing Allenimations did with The Nightly Manor. These little snippets in between episodes, just to kind of lead into other plot points and just maybe give you that bit more of a background of things that are happening. So it's just really, it was really, really good. Really well acted. Really well animated, as always. And really flippin' moving as well. And it's like, oh, right. So, oh, yeah. And, in episode 4, did mention they've been there for like a year. So, Pooh Judas has been wondering where Macklemore is for a whole year. Well, that makes me sad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to. It was really good. It's a really good little sequence, and like looks like Macklemore and Judas were a thing. Perhaps instead, maybe is it another gay couple in the OSC? Ooh, I mean, not separated right now because of situations, but anyway, I just had to share that. I just thought it was really, really beautiful and really well put together, and Cool Sid was absolutely fantastic. Really good, top-notch work, awesome stuff. And aside from that, we did also get some another update from maukitt, which wasn't Sacrificially Solitary related. Having to say things like this, shouldn't have to say things like this. Please keep interactions with me appropriate. I'm a creator, not your best friend. Here's the thing. Listen, this isn't. Okay, I'm going to try and calm my head a little bit here before I say anything. It's kind of what. It also ties a little bit into what Snailvine posted about being at the TPOT 20 theatre showing. About like, oh, come find me. I've got stickers. But also, don't be weird about it. Just remember that these people make awesome shows that we can all appreciate and like really enjoy, but they have regular everyday boundaries just like all the rest of us do, and you should know, not just don't overstep those boundaries. You can have interactions with them. They might say nice things, they might react to your comments, and like, you could have rapport, and you can build like, I don't want to say friendships. I mean, that can be a thing that can happen, but just don't think that just happens straight off the bat. Don't talk to them like you've known them your whole life and you're, like maukitt said, best buddies. It's like it can really make things uncomfortable for them. And like, I mean, I'd say the same too. It's like, don't be overly familiar straight off the bat. It's like, you've got to just bear that in mind when you're interacting with anybody, that they might need space. They don't want hundreds of people clamoring for their attention all the time. It's just, just let interactions just happen if they happen, right? It just don't be inappropriate, I guess. What am I doing? All I'm doing is basically just repeating what maukitt said, but in way more paragraphs. That's all I'm doing. But I just felt like I had to call it out, because this doesn't just apply to maukitt. It doesn't just apply to Snailvine. It applies to everybody who does anybody who does anything actually in the public eye. It's not just object show creators. It's not just other animation people. It's not just actors, musicians, all of these people, right? It's like they deserve privacy and the right to, get on with their day, right? So it's like, sometimes, yes, you might get an interaction with them, but don't suddenly think that means that you're joined at the hip now. That's just not how it works. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much of a ramble about it. I just want to say, just bear that in mind when you're interacting with anybody. Just keep it light. Be nice, be kind, be appreciative, but don't cross that line between doing that and being creepy, I guess. Just think before you interact. Okay? And finally, we have an update. Not really an update, but just a little post, a nice fun little, it's like a poster for Flaws from Yolkroll, which references Caden McKay. Caden McKay's one of Caden McKay's songs. It's so funny. I didn't know anything about Caden McKay until watching Battle for Niche Internet Fame and the I'm Sorry You're Inferior song, which is still stuck in my head. Every time I just mention it now, it's in my head. And all of a sudden, Caden's been mentioned once again around the OSC. You're like, okay, I might have to check some of Caden's stuff out. Because, I mean, I listened to the song that this is references to, by the way, and I really do like it. So it's like, I need to hunt some more of this stuff down because it's really good. But yes, I don't know if this was just made as a fun little reference to that song. It's an interesting image with the shattering going on. There's probably something else to this, but I don't know. I've got no potential theories on this one, but it does look really cool. And again, it gives us that little reminder that Yolkroll is here and Flaws is a thing. Just in case we happen to forget about it, but we didn't, did we? No, we didn't forget. But just in case Flaws happen to have fallen off your radars, boom, post. So again, it's that interaction, right? Just keep the interactions going. Make sure you pop something. No, I don't want to say make sure you pop something up every now and again. You don't have to. You're not obligated to keep updating people all the time with every little thing. But little things here and there, it's just nice. And it's sometimes in a way also it's just nice to know that the creators of the show are still kind of around doing things, because sometimes people fall off the radar for a long time and don't post for a long time. And this is just me personally, I start getting worried about people when they don't post for a while. I know, real life happens. Digital life can take a back seat when you're doing other stuff. But yeah, this is just me. It's just me, my brain. I'm just like, oh, they haven't posted for like a month. I hope they're okay. It's just me. It's just I'm sure people are fine. It's just I just can't help. I can't help worrying. I can't help worrying. I've got this I've got all the fatherly worrying going on now. I can't help it. It's just built into me at this point. But anyway, again, another little ramble that wasn't totally necessary, but just happened. But yeah, cool little Flaws poster. Like it. And that about wraps everything up. This is actually this is going to be the shortest Object Show Roundup episode. Aside from off-the-cuff episodes, the first two of those are pretty short. So yeah, and I had a feeling, and it's funny because the intention for this show was always for it to be just like a little quick boop boop boop, little updates on things. But then when the full episodes have been coming out of things and like diving into those, I take some time to go over it. So funny too. It usually takes me longer than that full episode of something to talk about the episode. That makes me laugh at myself every single time, and I think it is a standard thing when people go over and analyze a show, but seeing me doing it now, I'm like, oh geez, that's how it happens. Okay, fun. But yeah, that is everything for this one. Like I said, TPOT 20 special episode will be out in a few days if I can get everything put together and keep myself timely with everything. And then there will be another regular episode of OSR next weekend. It's going to be kind of standard schedule for OSR, but TPOT 20 is going to be bashed in the middle of it. So that's the plan anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Jeez, it's going to be a busy old time for me, but we'll get through it, I'm sure. Thanks everybody for being here. Anybody who's tuned in, thank you so much for any time you spend in any of my videos, for all the just nice comments, and I just appreciate you all, and just keep on being awesome. Keep watching object shows, keep discovering new object shows, keep making object shows. Feel free to recommend me any that you think I should check into. That's something I could have done this week. I could have totally dived into a new show. I could have, because there wasn't any other episodes, but I was like so worried that episodes and stuff were going to come out. That's on me. That's my bad. I could have totally watched something new, but it's going to have to wait now for at least a little while because we've got a busy rest of October coming. So maybe sometime in November we'll dive into something new. We'll see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll do my usual, the thing that I don't like doing. Don't Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video too around with other OSC people if you think they would enjoy my little waffles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Love and appreciate you all. I will see you, well, midweek, I guess, for TPOT 20 Roundup. Jeez. Right, cool. Toodaloo.